What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Alexandra Pato, and we have just finished him, had just enough, so we're going to have to literally dig deep with these League SBCs to get this icon player pick, which I believe is coming in the next kind of couple of days. And to be honest, Pato looks fantastic. 87, obviously the MLS, which is always perfect, some ridiculous stats, and there is one that I haven't checked out yet, so I am very interested. Let's have a look and see. Oh, I've just looked on Futbin. He is not a 5-star skills, which I would have thought would have been the one. But we've got a 4-star. Obviously, he is right-footed with a high-low. 5'9", so quite a nice height for a striker. We've got finesse shot, but we do have injury-prone as well. 90 acceleration, 92 sprint speed is brilliant. Good finishing, obviously with a chem style that's going to be pretty much maxed out. Agility's good, composure's solid. Ball control, even strength is relatively decent. Good head and accuracy and jumping. He looks a solid card, and I think the biggest thing with Pato, other than the nostalgia, if you've kind of ever played a few FIFAs ago, obviously he was. When was the FIFA? It was around, I think it was FIFA 10 and FIFA 11 when he was kind of like up there. Obviously, he goes back even further than that. He has pretty much been around for quite a while now. He is 32 years old, and I will always try and complete any Brazilian SBC as much as possible, because we know that Brazilian side is looking very tasty at the moment. So let's jump in. Let's see what sort of chem style we're looking at. People are saying Hawk, which is normally the way to go for, so let's just whack him on and get him into the team. So we have got the Hawk on him now, so let's have a look. So we end up with 96 pace, 93 shooting, and 87 physicality. Turns him into a 92 rated striker with some very top end stats. His obviously acceleration goes up to 95, sprint speed goes up to 97. We end up with 92 finishing, 96 positioning, 99 shot power, which is always fantastic. Adding that little bit of strength, taking it to 91 with 83 aggression and 99 jumping. So I think that is probably the best way to go for him. I think everything else, maybe a bit of balance would be quite nice, and I can see why people would want the engine, but I think the boost in pace shooting and physicality is probably the better way to go. So let's jump into him and let's get some memories done with Pato. First touch for Pato. Lovely. Keeps it under control. Gets the pass down the wing. Nothing too fancy there. Can we get it back to him? No. We're going to get absolutely blocked out of the way. So far, I'm liking that first touch. It seems very sweet, very good. Long range. You never know. Sometimes you can get it. And obviously with the Hawk, you get the long range bonus as well. Keepers out. I was going to say heading wise, even though he's going to be very much like, who's surprising? It's Mane, I think it is. Very small player, but in the air, actually an absolute demon. So definitely something to consider. We have obviously got the finesse shots as well, so something to always consider. As we find it back here, goes for that first time, but I think it's Saul who does very well. Picks into Pato again. First time. Need to probably go a little bit closer. Shooting wise, I'm not seeing anything absolutely deadly at the moment. Obviously, like I say, sometimes you can hit them and they may go in. They're kind of not necessarily given massively. That was kind of the start of the game where literally any finesse shot outside the box would absolutely fly in. But I'm liking his kind of dribbling. I think that is decent enough for a card that obviously has been downgraded. Like, he starts at a 75 gold common at the moment, so obviously he's gonna have almost animations that similar to that, and obviously the upgrade is going to be quite nice for him, getting a good plus 12, so it's going to be a very different card compared to his gold. It's a cracking ball, and Messi's going to roll it across the floor. Pato again trying to get back it in there. I think in terms of the card itself, he is possibly a little bit expensive. I think 85 being the max you've got to give up isn't awful. Like, I genuinely thought it was going to be maybe an 86 or an 87. Did I expect 3 SBCs? I think maybe 2 would have been suffice. Obviously, if they went for 85 in form and 84 in form, then yeah, that definitely would be more beneficial, I reckon, for me. But having, one with an inform, I'm pretty happy with that. Or I think 2 with an inform, in fact. Get that ball over the top. That's lovely. Little chest from Vinny, and he's going to rifle it. You love to see that. It is a shame that obviously he didn't get the 5-star skill upgrade, because I believe the inform that he was flashback to did actually have the 5-star skills at that point. So it is a shame that they didn't do that. Obviously, Pato's not necessarily always given a card at this point in his career. So the one opportunity that they could have done, it would have been just a little bit of more nostalgia from the card as well. So a little bit of an L there, I would have said. I wasn't necessarily expecting it. It would have been a nice little bonus at the very minimum. I think 4-4 is actually quite decent for him at the very minimum. So that is something that kind of bodes well for him. Like I say, I'm just waiting for Footbin to update the pricing just to see how expensive this SBC is. I feel like as an MLS team, you're not necessarily going to get too much better in terms of striker until probably about team of the season anyway. So you have got that to kind of look forward to. Good pace. Always. What's Puyol doing? I thought nobody was there. Pato with a goal. Love it. But at the moment, we've got 56,000 for his 80, was that 84? We've got 56,000 for his 84, 30,000 for his 83. Obviously that one requires an inform. The 85, I'm gonna say is going to be coming in at what? If the 84's at 56, it's got to be about 70, 80 surely. So that for me is not that bad. In total, that's probably around what, 150 to say 180, I'd say, for this card. I'd actually say that's relatively doable, to be honest. In terms of the grinding that you've got, obviously we're going to be having plenty of kind of fodder just generically through icon swaps if you obviously haven't finished your times 25s yet. And obviously as well, you've got league SBCs that you could just burn through at this point in the game. So that's always nice. To his feet. I feel like that acceleration is absolutely fantastic as well. He just kind of pushes it through. Obviously, I feel like Mendy's going to deal with him just how he does, and obviously that injury prone as well. Just one more, obviously, and we nearly get that ball. Obviously, oh, that's stunning. Good save from Lafont. That was beautiful. I don't know who passed that, but that was a stunning ball in. Marquinhos with a header and Klaus with a ball out. There it is. Goes for that hit. That's what I want to see. So maybe the finesse outside of the box might not be the one for him. That was an absolute lethal, just lever shot there. So that is actually really good. We're going to find him there, and Marquinhos digs deep. So he is actually coming in at 157 on the Xbox, 149 on the PlayStation, and 162 on the PC. So actually kind of looking at that price-wise, I think we have definitely had kind of worse SBCs at a hell of a lot of bigger price. So for me, I'm quite happy with that, especially, oh my, and that is why we're going to finish it there. I don't think it's going to get any better than that. The finishing on him is fantastic. So let's jump into the overall and catch you there. So if we are looking at the overall for him then, so like I say, in terms of the SBCs, you do get free packs back, which is always quite nice. 83 with an inform and a Milan player, pretty standard. Ibra, eat your heart out. 84, one Brazilian, again Fernandinho. You've got what's his name, Felipe, Diego Carlos if you want to go a lower rated, Sandro. There's so many Brazilians that you can get at cheap price, and inflation, I think maybe a K or two more. I can't see them going a hell of a lot more. And then just an 85, which actually is coming in at 90,000 coins. Again, you've got so many methods to get big rated players. Even if you just bought these two like 60k and then just grinded this one out, you're saving yourself 90,000 coins, no inform required, 70 chem, absolute easy, absolute. Then we whack the Hawk on him, so I think that is kind of the better style, as you see. Hawk, Engine, Finisher. I think Engine would be the next one that I think actually would be quite nice because of that balance, but I think kind of missing out on that shooting is just not really what you need for him. I think having that maxed out pretty much pace, the maxed out pretty much shooting as well, really is 8 ratings. Yes, it'd make a tiny bit of a difference, but not necessarily that much that I'd be killing over it. And then obviously that physicality is actually looking really solid. That mixed with a good heading accuracy, jumping, obviously the dribbling being pretty standard, nice high rateds there, pace being good rated, even passing, he's got a good short game, great curve, vision wise not as much, but again, he's the one scoring the goals, as we saw, ripping through defenders. Is he going to make your starting team? Depending on the level, I feel like he could, but in the grand scheme of things, he's not going to replace an Mbappe. He's not going to replace a Neymar or an icon striker like Puskás or anyone like that. He's going to sit kind of just below them. I think in an MLS sort of scenario, class, absolute class. You're not going to get too much more. If we do get like another season objective or milestone, then fair enough. I don't know if I can even click on milestone. There we go. So in terms of strikers, I know we've got a couple. I think the internet's running a little bit slow, but we've got Bo, and that's it. So literally, he is going to be head and shoulders above a lot of MLS strikers for a long time. That mixing with Dempsey, with all of the other season objective cards, I think you've got an absolute winner there. I think this card is a fantastic one, and I would 100% recommend doing him. Obviously doing them untradeable as much as you can. I think that is always the method when doing SBCs, is literally they've given us untradables, so we use untradables. Don't go using your coins. Try and grind out the game. League SBCs, any sort of packs from objectives. There's silver beasts out. There's obviously milestones for winning drafts, rivals, squad battles. Get as much as you can untradable and do it that way. But I think for me, he's a fantastic card. I'd probably say he's better than what I expected. I did think they were going to kind of ruin him a little bit, maybe making him an 86, not necessarily giving him or actually having good animations, because I can't say that I have used his 75, but another big dub for me. Obviously nostalgic card for a lot of the older FIFA players, so in total I think he's definitely got to be done. Hawk is brilliant, really like the SBC, grind it out. I'm going to give him a solid 9.2. Let me know down below what you think, like and subscribe. Peace.